like to welcome everybody to Łutsël Dene traditional territory. I'm glad that you all could make it here to witness and be a part of this historical day. This was a mandate given to us by our elders, and I'm very proud to be the chief that is ensuring our future is protected for the future generations. I am extremely pleased to be able to welcome you all on the very first day of its creation to Thaidene Nëné.
We use the land to gather, fish, trap every day. Every day the community uses the land. And we want our children and great-grandchildren to continue to use the land.
I want to announce that with Chief Marlowe representing the Łutsël Dene First Nation, that together we have established Canada's 47th National Park and Indigenous Protected Area, Thaidene Ne National Park Reserve, the land of the ancestors.
For us, it's a new relationship with the Łutsël Dene First Nation, as well as signing agreements yesterday with the Northwest Territory Métis Nation. So these are truly historic agreements. They set a new standard for our collaboration with Indigenous people. And in part, what we're doing is we're not only protecting a natural area, we are protecting a cultural landscape that is of significance to people that have been on these lands since time immemorial.
We have, over the years, looked after the land, but in order, to make sure that the land is protected, we need other people to help us to do that. And that's why, today is such an important day, because we were able to have partners helping us to protect the area that we call Thaidene Nëné.
Well, the Thaidene Nëné Trust, it is a trust. We'll be using the revenues from that trust. We'll never be touching the principal. And the way we design the trust is that it'll be owned by the First Nations, the Thaidene First Nations, so they could add their own capital to that and grow the trust over the years. The more money we go into the trust, the more revenues we'll have, the more we can do on our end.
The Thaidene Nëné Fund will be a $15 million endowment that can be spent by Łutsël, and it will pay for their involvement in the co-management of Thaidene Nëné. And it also pays for some training. They can use it for training and capacity building of their land steward and water stewardship programs. And our role in it was raising the funding that went into the $15 million. It has also been paired with funding from the federal government as well, for a total of $30 million fund.
Nature United has been working with the Łutsël Dene First Nation for over 10 years. At times that's been mapping work, at times that's been strategic work and helping to build pathways for new legislation to the Thaidene Nëné Fund. And we're really proud of the work that we've been doing here.
Having the human and financial capital afforded by the Nature United afforded Łutsël leadership and negotiating team to stay ahead of Canada and to stay ahead of the government of Northwest Territories in driving the agenda that was the Thaidene Nëné process. And because of that, I think we've got a product that's decolonized. It's a product that's new and it speaks to reconciliation. It's good for the Indigenous people, it's good for Canadians, and it's definitely good for the lands and the animals.
The vision of our elders has been to protect the land. And that's important. Like, that's something that has passed on from generation to generation. We were always told, and I can remember as a child, Nihohni, that means watch over the land. And so, we take that very seriously, because it's a land that sustains us, and we have to look after the land. We have to.
Thaidene Nëné is our homeland. It's the heart of our homeland. Our homeland is much bigger than Thaidene Nëné. But that's the area that the elders identified for us to protect from industrial development, to protect the biodiversity, to protect the keystone species that give life to us, the land that gives life to us as a Dene. It gives us a sense of identity, a great sense of responsibility. It will continue to provide that space that we can call home forever. And everybody needs a home in this world.